What's going on, guys? Right now I'm kind of in between ideas for videos, and the last time that happened, when I first started my channel, what I did was made a video showing you what sneakers I had in my collection at the time. And as you can see right now, my shoe rack is completely empty. No, I did not sell them. No, I did not get rid of them. What I figured I'd do for this video was lay them all out on the spare bed in my spare room in the apartment to show you guys what shoes that I have in my collection currently. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, if you guys remember in the very first collection video that I did, what I said was before moving to Australia, I really had no interest in collecting Air Jordan shoes just because of how crazy some of the releases can get over there. After seeing how much more laid back it is over here, I then proceeded to start my Air Jordan collection up. And what I had to do was sell a couple of Air Max 90s, the shoe that I used to collect, in order to actually have some pocket money when I moved out here to be with my wife. So, getting started here, all the way over here on the left, we have the 2010 Air Max 90 Infrared. Pretty much retired that shoe. I don't really wear it all too often. It's been beat up pretty bad. Still my absolute favorite shoe out of all of these. But, you know, I'm looking to definitely get another pair, or maybe a pair from previous years. Over here we have my chlorine blue Air Max 90s. It's been a while since I've worn these as well. It's not that I don't want to, it's just that I leave them in here and I honestly just kind of forget about them. And then, you know, they just sit there and sit there and sit there. And I took them out, I saw them for the first time today in probably 2 months. So it is what it is. Over here you have my two work shoes. If you can remember in my first video, I said that I wear these Air Max Navigates to work. The bottom tread is completely gone, so what I had to do was take my Laser Blues and make them my new work shoe, and these have seen better days. Any Air Max 90 enthusiast would probably slap me across the mouth for letting that happen to a pair of Laser Blues. But hey man, it is what it is. You gotta have a shoe to, you know, wear at work, so that's what I did. Now moving on to the shoes that actually have boxes. I actually got around to wearing these. I know I said I wasn't until I got a second pair. Well, I never got around to getting a second pair, but I did get around to putting them on my feet. The 2013 release of the Air Max 90 Infrared with the yellowed OG midsole. I think it's great. The comfort of that shoe is just outstanding. I wore it the other day and it is just like walking on clouds. Moving on over here, the shoe that I have dubbed the Black Infrared, my most recent pickup. Got it a couple of days ago. The actual color on the shoe is atomic red. As you see, the black kind of makes it pop off like infrared. Like holding them up there, they practically look the same, so I'm definitely not going to stop calling them the Black Infrareds anytime soon. Now let's get into the Jordans. Moving on over here, we have my Black Toe 1s. This shoe is just so clean, man. Like, I'm very happy to have those in my collection. I've worn them a couple of times. Got to clean it up a little bit. I got a little dirt on the side there, but you know, that's what happens when you wear your shoes. Got my Royal 1s. Now, I know a lot of people in America had a hard time getting their hands on these, and over here in Australia sometimes we're fortunate enough to have limited release shoes like this just sit on shelves for months. And this one wasn't really months, it was more like weeks, and then they had one size 15 at Nike sitting there forever, and no one in Australia wears a size 15, so and it's probably sitting in an outlet somewhere unless someone picked it up for whatever reason. Over here, we have the Air Jordan 1 in the Celtics green colorway with the Nike Air on the tongue. The detail in this shoe is just crazy, man. Like, it's got the Boston Garden floor panels kind of lasered into the leather there. Still haven't worn these. Don't know if I'm going to. What I'll probably end up doing is putting them kind of on display, just representing the city that I come from. So I don't think I'm ever going to wear those. The only reason I really got them was because they did represent the Boston Celtics. So that's that. Moving on over here, got my Shadow Gray 1s. I wore these probably the week after I got them. A couple friends of mine were out here with their band touring from America, and I figured, you know, what better time to put them on the feet going out to a show. The name of the band is actually A Loss for Words. Be sure to check them out. And over here we got what I consider to be one of my grails, the Cool Gray 3s. And like I said, it's probably an unpopular opinion as far as grails go, but hey, you know what? I like, and that's just how it's going to be. Moving on over here, got my 2007 Fire Red 3s. You know, midsole's cracking, not so bad on that one. All over the place on this one. And right next to it, we have the 2013 release of the Fire Red 3s. Quality on that shoe is not great, but not terrible. You know, if you got them, definitely still a good pickup. Right next to that, we got my True Blue 3s. I got married in these shoes, if you remember me saying that in my first collection video. I'm looking for a couple more pairs of those. What I want to end up doing is taking those shoes and my wife's shoes that she got married in, kind of putting them in a display case to kind of remind us of that special day that we both shared together. You know, the first day of the rest of our lives. Moving on, we got the Black Cement 4s, also known as the Bread 4s. I have yet to wear these. The company that sent me the unauthorized Concord 11s are actually sending me out a pair of replica Bread 4s, and I'm gonna keep these DS just to do a fair comparison, show you guys what's what's different. So be on the lookout for that video. Over here we got the Varsity Red 4s. Some people call them Fire Red 4s, even I used to, but taking a closer look at the shoe, you'll see that there's not one hit of Fire Red throughout the entire shoe. Moving on, we have my Military Blue 4s, and I'm actually thinking about selling them. I've only worn them a handful of times, and I feel like they're not getting the appreciation that they actually deserve. I mean, I forget that I have them, and I'm kind of on the fence about getting rid of them, but you know, we'll see where it goes. Maybe my next collection video they'll be gone, maybe they won't. Coming over here to the right, got my 2013 Grape 5s. Again, the quality on those shoes are not too bad, not too great. Good enough to buy 2 pairs, not good enough to just kind of stock and keep one fresh. Right next to it, we got the Fire Red 5s from 2013 as well. The quality on these are pretty much one and the same with the Grape 5s. I mean, you can and can't complain at the same time. Moving on, we got my Wolf Grey 5s, an absolute beautiful colorway. This shoe is just so great. Like, I've worn it probably 4 or 5 times already since getting them, and I mean, they hold up fine. The quality is not incredible, but the colorway is, you know, what I was after. Moving on, I got my Cool Grey 9s that my wife actually got me for my birthday. And speaking of which, actually, it's her birthday this weekend. Got her presents right there. But I'll show you guys all that stuff in a second. My wife got me these for my birthday, like I said. The Durabuck on them is not the best quality. Patent leather's not too bad. They're comfortable, and the reason why I love these so much more than anything is because my wife did get them for me, and that actually means something to me. Over here we got my Squadron Blue 13s. Now I know that a lot of people slept on these, and I understand that the colorway is not really that incredible, but hey, this is one of the most comfortable shoes I have ever worn. And I actually feel pretty bad for the people who actually slept on this sneaker. The quality of this shoe is so good. This suede on the tongue here is so soft. You have a beautiful soft tumble leather. Obviously there's no 3M on the side panel here, but who is still complaining about that, honestly? Obviously it's not a shoe review, and I do apologize for going into such immense detail there, but you know, I am a huge fan of this shoe, and it's one of my favorites among all of my sneaker collection. So yeah, the Squadron Blue 13s. That's my collection. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll show you guys a couple of the other things. I did say that I was keeping my unauthorized shoes over here away from my collection. I only have one pair that company sent me. It's the Concord 11s. I did the last 2 or 3 videos on it. Space heater. I got my restoration pile here, and man, I just get swamped with restorations. This is probably the least amount of shoes that I've had to do this month. I got them over here too. I just finished up these Fire Red 3s from my man Fred over at Nike. Shout outs to you, man. But yeah, those are my restoration. This is obviously my sneaker rack here. Got my wife's shoes down there at the bottom, her presents, like I said. Got my keychains, you know, the ones that I did custom, the ones that were sent to me from Sneaker Sauce. Shout out to those guys. Be sure to check them out. Nike Air. Got the Michael Jordan t-shirt that I did in a previous pickup video. Got my wife's shoe boxes, the price guide down here. This last shoe box actually holds pretty much every single material that I need in order to restore a pair of shoes. And other than that, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said in the last video, I don't have that many pairs of shoes, but I am very happy with what I have. And please just remember, guys, the amount of shoes in your collection does not define how much of a sneakerhead that you are. If you have one pair of shoe in your collection and you're thinking about shoes and talking about shoes more than the guy that has 100 pairs of shoes in his collection, in my opinion, that makes you just as much of a sneakerhead as the guy who has 100 pairs. With all that being said, guys, have yourself a good day. Be sure to check out my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/SneakerReviveSydney. You can also check me out on Instagram and Twitter. My username is the exact same as it is here on YouTube. Peace.